So I completed reading chapter 3 and read all of chapter 4 for TBB, Thomson, Bruckner. I'll show briefly in the book and then go straight to my notes. So there were more tests for convergence, for series, and for sequences, and yeah. Just finished all that. Product of series, product of absolutely convergent series, and then moved on to the first topology chapter. This book has 3 different chapters that deal with topology, but really the one that I was looking for is chapter 4. It's the one that I'm going to be working on problems when I do a round of topology problems. Now, because if you're seeing my other videos, I've gone through, just read, I haven't done any problems for points of topology from John Conaway. This material is way under that. It's actually very simple. I was expecting a little more, but whatever I got here is the basics, and that's fine. I really like, and Wade does this as well, where TBB define a theorem that is written in a non-topology way, and then they just keep harping on it. So it says, suppose that a function f is locally bounded at each point of a closed and bounded set E, then f is bounded on the whole set of the set E. So basically a local, when it's bounded and closed, the local property becomes the global property for f on E. And they just keep layering it with additional concepts in point set topology, and then finally ending with a redefinition of the theorem using compactness. So I really like that. I think Bardo and Sherbert does a little better job of explaining subcovers. So I was expecting a little more, but I like that they mentioned the Cousin compactness argument. I have not seen that before in any other book. So there you have it. And then on to the notes. Not much to show because it's just a note of what I've just shown you. But one thing that I really liked, and this is why I made a marker here, I'll get to it. So I'll show the notes, as I always do, all your tests for sequence convergence. Alternating series test, Dirichlet's test, rearrangements, yep, and then ways to do the product of series with the Abel summation, and then ways to do it with the terms going in this way. I think it's called squares, yeah, by squares. This particular example, product of non-absolutely convergent series, I think I wrote convergence twice there. This is also in Rudin. It's a page 73 in Rudin, baby Rudin. Yeah, there's Abel's method. And then there are also ways of multiplying in a rectangular sum, and also iterating by one index. So you go by columns or rows. But then one thing that they did that I really liked is they offer examples, and they keep using the same examples. So they'll have interior points. For example, no point in Q is an interior point. And then when they get to boundary points, they'll say every point on the real line, both rational and irrational, is a boundary point of Q, of the rationals. Then when they get to open sets, they'll say things like, see, where is it? No point in Q is an interior point, and so Q is not open. And sure enough, Q is not open and not closed. I thought that was interesting. And of course, the real line and the empty set are both open and closed. So closed sets, open sets, Bolzano-Weierstrass property, nested set. This was already covered in Bardo and Sherbert in an earlier chapter. Cousin's property. than the Heim-Borel property, which I like the way other books do it a little more. Yeah, I do. So, yeah, there you have it.